Check, check. Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and sponsors. I'm Joseph Brett with Taylor Franklin coming to you live from St. Mary's High School in Medford, Oregon. We thank you for joining us today. We welcome you to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. Today featuring the visiting Klamath Union Pelicans, the number 22 ranked team in the 4A, 5A Skyline Conference, and the home team, the St. Mary's Crusaders. They're out of the 3A Special District 4 conference, and they come in to open the season, the number 10 ranked team in the state. We are pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Medford School District and our participating community business partners. Joe Brett is the executive producer for today's event. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Please help Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. On YouTube, search Table Rock Sports and click on the red subscribe button. Thank you to those of you who have already done so. Just moments away from first pitch here at St. Mary's High School. We'll step away for a quick moment and be right back with more Crusaders baseball on TableRockSports.net.
From the moment you enter the court. We're there to serve, make sure we're creating a fair atmosphere for both teams, upholding the integrity of the game.
I chose to be an official when I was a senior in high school, 17 years old. I think it's the best decision I've made. You could play, and you could make extra money on the weekends on the side, and why not?
In life, things aren't scripted. Games aren't pre-scripted. You know, I got into officiating because my father was an official. Officiating was part of our family life. It wasn't just the game.
Get to be outside, get to experience the game. It's so much more fun. You can get a lot out of it.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and young athletes who can translate those skills to officiating.
So much of officiating is not necessarily what you do on the court. It's how you conduct business off the court as well. Being an official, sure, it's not easy.
And if it wasn't for those difficulties, I don't think I would be where I'm at, because it helped me become not only a better official, but a better person.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And it's just been wonderful.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of, and it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. Today, the Klamath Union Pelicans come in to take on your very own St. Mary's Crusaders in an on-league matchup. Pitching this afternoon for the St. Mary's Crusaders will be Travis Johnson, senior pitcher. Also plays a little bit of infield as well for the St. Mary's baseball team. A beautiful afternoon for the first home game of the year. For the St. Mary's Crusaders. Not a cloud in the sky. The temperature right now, 66 degrees. With a light wind blowing from right field to left field. St. Mary's coming in on the season 3-1 overall. They took down Bonanza in their opening doubleheader of the year and then beat Joseph and Enterprise 9-3. And their last game at La Pine was a loss 6-7. Things getting underway here from St. Mary's High School. Travis Johnson, the pitcher for the Crusaders. Pop fly out of play down the third baseline for Braden Dawson at the plate for the Pelicans. A strike in there for Johnson. And Johnson takes down Braden Dawson with a strikeout and the first out of the afternoon. And the first pitch in there, a strike to Yuli Hernandez. Hernandez looks at strike 2 from Johnson. Now Johnson up. In the count and gets Hernandez to go down swinging. The ball in the dirt, the throw down to first in time. And 2 away for the Crusaders here in the top half of the first inning. Now up to bat for the Pelicans. Number 14, Noah Daly. First pitch, a strike in there to Daly. And the second pitch as well. Johnson up again against Daly. No balls, 2 strikes. And a high pop fly to straightaway center is caught, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down for Klamath Union. No runners on base in the top half of the first inning. A good opening half inning for Travis Johnson there. 2 strikeouts and a pop fly. And that'll bring St. Mary's to the plate here in the bottom half of the first. We'll take a quick break here, but we'll be right back though with more St. Mary's Crusaders baseball on TableRockSports.net.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chickens, mouth-watering chicken, and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. St. Mary's coming to the plate here in the bottom half of the first inning. Leading things off for the Crusaders will be Alan Gomez, senior infielder. On the mound for the Pelicans, it's Jackson Mehrhoff, senior pitcher for this Pelicans baseball team. Gomez with a line drive down the third baseline, foul ball. Now Gomez behind in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. A ground ball to the second baseman. It's scooped up and the throw to first is in time. Excuse me, Gomez retired, 1 out away here in the bottom of the first. It'll bring to the plate the pitcher, Travis Johnson. First pitch to Johnson, a strike, down and away. The second one to Johnson, a fly ball to left field, and it'll be caught for the second out of the inning. Swinging first pitch. From Bo Aldrich. Aldrich Pops one up deep left field at the fence. And Bo Aldrich with the home run. Just deep enough to clear the fence. And Bo Aldrich strikes first for the St. Mary's Crusaders. Now up 1-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning. Hitting cleanup for the Crusaders is Eli Haynes. One and one now to Eli Haynes. Ball two up in the strike zone. And Eli Haynes will get hit in the back, and he'll march down to first base. The first base runner of the game for either team. Eli Haynes goes, and he'll be safe. The ball got past the Klamath Union catcher. No balls and a strike. The pitcher, Jackson Merhoff, looking Eli Haynes back at second base. The pitch in, a strike, a swinging strike from Ian Lawrence. Lawrence, the fifth batter of the inning for the St. Mary's baseball team. And behind in the count, no balls, two strikes. Merhoff, the pitch. It's high. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ian Lawrence. Swinging strike from here. It looked like he missed it, but foul tip out of play. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lawrence. High and inside for ball 2. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Lawrence. Eli Haynes on second base. And 1-0 St. Mary's, courtesy of the Bo Aldrich home run. Lawrence with a shot up the middle, taken by the center fielder. They'll hold Eli Haynes at third base, and Ian Lawrence on with a single. Up to bat now for the Crusaders, Grant Russo. Russo, the 6th batter of the inning for this St. Mary's baseball team. Runners on first and third. Miroff will look them both back as he steps off the mound. The throw to first, not in time. Courtesy runner there is Tyson Del Planche. Running for Ian Lawrence, who I can assume is catching this afternoon for the St. Mary's baseball team. Didn't get a chance to snap a picture of the two lineup cards. Del Planche runs, he goes, the ball gets behind the catcher. Eli Haynes will have to get back to third base. He does safely, and now runners on second and third for the Crusaders. One ball, no strikes to Grant Russo. Runners on second and third. Ground ball to the third baseman. Throw over to first. Pulls the first baseman off the bag. Russo is going to be safe. Eli Haynes is going to score on the throwing error from the third baseman. And now St. Mary's up 2-0. With runners on first and third. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. And it's going to bring Jake Piveroff up to the plate for the Crusaders. A foul ball. Strike number 1. To Jake Piveroff. Throw to first, not in time. Russo able to get back safely. Russo at first, Del Planche at third. And Jake Piveroff at the plate. Swings and misses. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and third. Klamath Union looking to get out of the first inning here without giving up any more runs. Foul ball there. Keeps Piveroff alive. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball once again to the third baseman. And they're going to say that it was a foul ball. Went out of play just shy of the bag. Piveroff staying alive though at the plate. This one's in the dirt. Tyson Del Planche is going to cross home safely for the 3rd run of the inning for this St. Mary's baseball team. And now Russo on second for St. Mary's. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Piveroff. Ball 2 is going to be high and away. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jake Piveroff, the number 7 hitter for the Crusaders today. He gets a hold of that one, but foul. Gets it right back at the St. Mary's dugout. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on second. Piveroff takes the off-speed pitch. Looked like he wanted to swing at it like it was a fastball, but held up and got a piece of it to stay alive. It was a good off-speed pitch from Jackson Mehrhoff. And another foul ball from Piveroff to stay alive. This will now be the 8th pitch of the at-bat for Jake Piveroff. And another foul ball. Piveroff staying alive and running up that pitch count for Jackson Mehrhoff. St. Mary's already looking like they're going to see a little bit of the Klamath Union bullpen this afternoon. And the payoff pitch, a line drive up the middle. And Russo rounds third. They're going to hold him up. And Jake Piveroff on the 9th pitch of the at-bat gets himself a single and moves Grant Russo over to third base. Now runners on first and third for the Crusaders. And now it's going to bring to the plate the number 8 hitter for St. Mary's this afternoon. And that'll be Luke Hamilton. The throwback to first there, not in time. Pivaroff able to get back safely. High pop fly. Catcher has a chance, and he makes the catch to end the inning, but not before St. Mary's is able to put up 3 in the bottom half of the first. They got it all started with the home run from the big man, Bo Aldrich. And they followed it up with some good base running and a couple of singles to advance the runners. And at the end of 1, it's St. Mary's 3, Klamath Union 0. You're listening to Crusaders Baseball on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore game of the night on TableRockSports.net. We head to the top of the second inning, and leading things off for the Klamath Union Pelicans will be the pitcher Jackson Mehrhoff hitting cleanup. Mehrhoff, first pitch swinging, is a strike. And once again, Travis Johnson ahead in the count. Johnson throwing nothing but strikes this afternoon. He's now up no balls, 2 strikes to Jackson Mehrhoff. And Mehrhoff goes down, and it'll be the 3rd strikeout of the game for Travis Johnson. And that'll bring up the number 5 hitter for Klamath Union Pelicans, and that's Jackson Joyner. Joyner looking to bunt, takes pitch number 1 for a strike. Pitch number 2, a strike as well. I think Johnson here has only thrown 2 balls this entire game. Everything else has been across that strike zone. And strike number 3 from Johnson, and he gets his 4th K here in the top of the second inning. And it'll bring up the 6th hitter for the Pelicans. That's going to be Chase Kenscht. One ball, 2 strikes to Kenscht. And Johnson gets him to go down looking for his 5th K in the first 2 innings. He's got 5 of the 6 outs on his own. Johnson rolling through 2. St. Mary's 3, Klamath Union 0. You're listening to Crusaders Baseball on TableRockSports.net.
Friends and family gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. It's 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning here at St. Mary's High School. And with the way Travis Johnson is pitching here early, it doesn't necessarily look like he's going to need much offensive help from his teammates this afternoon, but the bats are getting it done as well for St. Mary's. Line drive to center field, going to drop short for a single for John Healy. Healy, the 9-hole hitter for St. Mary's this afternoon. And the first batter of the second inning for the Crusaders. And they've now hit through the lineup. Alan Gomez now at the plate for St. Mary's. And John Healy steals second base. So now a runner on second already for the Crusaders. And the top of the lineup at the plate. Gomez looks at ball number 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Alan Gomez, the leadoff hitter here for St. Mary's. Gomez shows bunt, pulls it back in time for ball 3. Now 3 balls and no strikes to Alan Gomez. Healy at second. Gomez shows bunt, pulls it back, takes strike number 1. And now 3 balls, 1 strike to Alan Gomez. Gomez swinging, ground ball. It's going to go out of play down the third baseline. And now a full count to Alan Gomez. Good job from Jackson Mehrhoff to battle back and get back in to things here against Gomez. After falling behind, 3 balls and no strikes. Mehrhoff looks back to second. Now back to the plate. The pickoff move. And Healy back into second base safely. Three-two to Gomez. And Mehrhoff gonna look back to second once again. Runs the runner back to the bag. And ball 4 is in the dirt to Gomez. He'll hustle down to first base. And now runners on first and third for the St. Mary's Crusaders. No outs here in the bottom half of the second inning. And that'll bring to the plate the pitcher, Travis Johnson. Gomez goes from first. The throw down mishandled by the catcher. Runner safe at second. And Healy will stay at third. So now runners at second and third for the Crusaders. 1 ball and no strikes to Johnson at the plate. Johnson gets away from that one. Nearly got hit. And now 2 balls and no strikes to Travis Johnson. Jackson Mehrhoff struggling here through the first 2 innings. Ball 3 to Johnson. And it's 3 balls and no strikes. A pitch to Johnson. He pops it up down the third baseline. Third baseman hustling to get there. Not going to make it in time. It'll go out of play for the first strike of the at-bat to Johnson. Now 3-1. The pitch to Johnson is outside for ball number 4. And now Travis Johnson trots down to first base. Bases loaded, no outs for the Crusaders here in the bottom of the second inning. Coach going to come and take a quick chat with Mehrhoff at the mound. And Bo Aldrich coming to the plate. Aldrich with the bases loaded had a solo home run to open the scoring up for the Crusaders in the first inning. Looking to add to that 3-0 lead here. Folks, today's action is brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. The spring and summer recreation guide is available with sports leagues and activities to sign up for now. Visit playmedford.com or call 774-2400 to learn more. And the Medford Parks and Recreation Department invites you to discover all the great classes, field trips, activities, and sports leagues for the summer sessions coming up. Visit playmedford.com to find something for everyone in the family. And now Bo Aldrich steps to the plate here in the bottom half of the second inning. Aldrich swings at the first pitch down in the dirt, strike number 1. Aldrich swings, gets through the shortstop. 2 runs are going to score for St. Mary's. The ball gets away. Johnson to the plate. He's under the... Oh, it looked like he was under that one, but they say they got him on the top of the helmet for the first out of the inning. And Bo Aldrich gets himself a couple of RBIs. So 2 more runs score for the St. Mary's Crusaders. Bo Aldrich made it all the way to third base in the midst of all the commotion. The ball got away from the catcher behind the plate. Johnson almost scored but was tagged out at home. This one gets away as well, and Aldrich is going to score. He makes it in safely. And St. Mary's now up 6-0 here in the bottom half of the second inning. Eli Haynes at the plate for the Crusaders. Now has the bases empty. 1 ball and 1 strike to Eli Haynes. The pitch is in and high and inside for ball number 2. The pitch to Eli Haynes, high and outside this time for ball number 3. And it's now 3-1 to Eli Haynes. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom half of the second. The pitch to Eli Haynes, foul ball. And the count now full, 3-2. The payoff pitch to Eli Haynes, swings, strike 3. The ball gets away. The throw down to first is in time. And 2 outs now for the Crusaders. And it'll bring Ian Lawrence to the plate for St. Mary's. Lawrence swings at pitch number 1, and it goes foul down the third baseline. No balls and 1 strike now to Ian Lawrence. Lawrence looks at ball one. High in the strike zone. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lawrence. Lawrence swings at this one. It's going to be a shallow blooper, just gets to the outfield, and Lawrence will make it to first base and has himself a single. And that'll bring up to the plate number 9, Grant Russo, the 6-hitter here for St. Mary's. Russo swinging, sends one down the right field line. It's going to go foul. No balls and 1 strike here to Grant Russo. Tyson Del Planche on first base. He's the courtesy runner for Ian Lawrence. Russo fouls one back to the catcher. No balls and 2 strikes now to Grant Russo. The runner goes. No throw. And Tyson Del Planche in safely to second base. Russo, line drive into the gap in right center. It's going to get all the way to the fence. Del Planche is going to score. Russo into second base, and he pads the St. Mary's lead, now 7-0 over the visiting Klamath Union Pelicans. And a pitching change coming here for the Pelicans. Mayor Huff going to come out of the game for Klamath Union. And they're going to bring in appears Braden Dawson. It is. It's Dawson now on the mound for KU. And he'll get a few moments to throw a few pitches here. We'll step away for a quick break, but we'll be right back with more Crusaders baseball on TableRockSports.net.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team. I just want to play. But not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
See it on national TV all the time. They tell us that funerals can average between $7,000 and $10,000. At Conger Morris, a full-service funeral, including a wooden casket, is only $4,900. We can keep our prices lower because we're local. In fact, we're the only locally owned, family-run, full-service funeral and cremation provider in the Valley. Call us today to schedule an appointment for personalized assistance with our caring staff. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is MotorTrend's back-to-back-to-back 3P Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore. Game of the night on TableRockSports.net. We're here at St. Mary's High School in the bottom half of the second inning, and the St. Mary's Crusaders are up 7-0 over the visiting Klamath Union Pelicans. Pitching change here for Klamath Union. Jackson Merhoff comes off the mound, and he'll be replaced by Braden Dawson. Grant Russo over at second base for St. Mary's. 2 away. Dawson, the pitch, in the dirt. Russo is going to hold up at second. At the plate for St. Mary's, it's Jake Pivaroff, who had himself a 9-pitch at bat his first time around. He's going to have himself an infield single this time. The ball just gets past the third baseman. The shortstop able to keep it in the infield at the grass. And it's now runners on first and second for the St. Mary's Crusaders. Coming to the plate, it'll be Luke Hamilton. Hamilton swings at the first pitch. It's down the right field line. The right fielder tries to get there. He's not going to make it. The ball drops. And Russo is going to score for St. Mary's. And it's now runners on first and third. 2 outs. And the Crusaders now lead by 8. And now coming to the plate for St. Mary's, the 9-hole hitter, it's John Healy. Swinging at the first pitch is Healy. He sends one back to the wall. The left fielder can't see it. It gets behind him. And another run is going to score for St. Mary's. Healy just about 5 feet short from getting that one over the fence. Now runners on second and third, and it's St. Mary's out. Are up now with a 9-run lead here in the bottom of the second. First baseball game of the season. Got to change the mindset. We're not on the hardwood anymore. We're out here in the dirt and grass. First pitch is the ball to the leadoff hitter, Alan Gomez. Gomez now hitting for the third time in 2 innings. Gomez looks at that one for a strike. Now 1-1 to Alan Gomez. John Healy on second. Luke Hamilton over at third. Ball in the dirt. Runners will stay at second and third. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. To Alan Gomez. Gomez going to take ball 4. Gets away from the catcher, but runners are going to stay put. Now bases loaded for St. Mary's, and it's going to bring to the plate the pitcher, Travis Johnson. Johnson swings at pitch number 1. It's a deep fly ball to left field, and it's going to be caught for the third out of the inning, but not before St. Mary's puts up 4 more in the bottom of the second, and they now up 9-0 over the visiting Klamath Union Pelicans. We head to the top half of the third after this short break. You're listening to Crusaders Baseball on TableRockSports.net.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders.
We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore game of the night on TableRockSports.net. We head to the top half of the third, and it'll bring up to the plate Carson Joyner. Joyner, the 7-hitter. Ground ball to Johnson, and he gets him at first for the first out of the inning. Johnson now here working in the third. Already has himself 5 Ks through the first 2 1/3 inning. Johnson, first pitch to Ryan Glidden. We're going to go with Glidden. He's the 8-hitter for this Klamath Union team. He looks at ball number 2. It's going to be a while. This one in there for a strike to Glidden. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike now. And the first walk of the ball game for Johnson. And the first base runner of the game for the Pelicans. So now a runner on first for Klamath Union. Brandon Jones at the plate. Looking to turn things over for Klamath Union here and get back to the top of the order. He's the 9-hole hitter for this Pelicans baseball team. It's going to be a ground ball. Chance for a double play. Not going to get him at second. Looks to first. The ball gets by Bo Aldrich. Glidden will head on down to third. And now KU will have runners first and third with 1 out here in the top of the third. Johnson, first pitch is a strike to Braden Dawson. The throw over to first, not in time. Brandon Jones able to get back safely. A foul ball from Dawson. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. Runners on first and third. And Dawson goes down swinging for out number 2. And that'll be the 6th strikeout of the ball game for Travis Johnson. Now 2 outs here in the top of the third. Runners at the corners for Klamath Union. And it'll bring to the plate the 2-hole hitter, Carson Joyner. Or excuse me, Yuli Hernandez. Hernandez looks at ball number 1. Second pitch in there for a strike to Hernandez. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on the corner. And Johnson looking to keep the shutout alive here in the top of the third. High pop fly. Catcher has a chance to make a play. He's not going to do it. Got to get turned around as a catcher if you're going to make that catch right there. It's really tough when you go straight at it. Normally that catcher wants to pop up, turn around, look to the backstop, and then make the play. But no chance there for Ian Lawrence. Ground ball. Second baseman tries to make a play. He's not going to be able to do it. And it's going to be the first run of the game for Klamath Union crossing the plate. This one, a line drive to the right fielder, and he's going to make the catch to end the inning. But not before Klamath Union gets on the board with their first run of the game. It's now 9-1 St. Mary's. We head to the bottom half of the third. You're listening to Crusaders Baseball on TableRockSports.net.
Even a few days to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
It's Ram Truck Month going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s or test drive a new 2022 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. During Ram Truck Month, you'll save big on every new vehicle in stock only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore game of the night on TableRockSports.net. Coming to the plate for the Crusaders, leading things off is Bo Aldrich, who homered in the first and had a 2 RBI single in the second. Aldrich looks at ball number 1. Aldrich looks at ball number 2. Aldrich looks at ball number 3 in the dirt. Now 3-0 to Bo Aldrich, who's leading things off here in the bottom half of the third inning for the Crusaders. And Aldrich takes ball 4 high. He'll trot on down to first base. That'll bring Eli Haynes to the plate. Eli Haynes in that number 15 jersey, wears 15 in basketball, baseball, and football. Bo Aldrich now down to second base on the pass ball. Eli Haynes takes ball number 2. Two balls, no strikes to Eli Haynes. Dawson looking over at Bo Aldrich, delivers ball number 3, off-speed pitch, dropping short of the plate. And Eli Haynes takes 4 straight balls, and it's runners on first and second now for St. Mary's. Meeting at the mound, talking things over with Braden Dawson is the Klamath Union coach, Michael Overstreet. He'll leave Dawson in the game. Ian Lawrence now at the plate for St. Mary's, runners on first and second. Swings at the first pitch, foul ball. That'll be strike number 1.
That person looks like Dan's mom, right? Right, Dad?
Lawrence looks at that one down and away for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ian Lawrence. This one high, gets away from the catcher. Eli Haynes and Bo Aldrich march on down to second and third. Now 2 runners in scoring position for Ian Lawrence. This one high as well. Ball number 3, 3-1 now to Ian Lawrence. This one in the dirt, ball 4. Lawrence will march on down to first base. And I believe Lawrence is going to stay there with no outs. No need for Tyson Del Planche to come in and replace him. And now Braden Dawson going to come out of the game for the Pelicans. He will be replaced by Ryan Glidden. While Glidden takes a moment to get warmed up, we'll step away for a quick break, but we'll be right back with more Klamath Union St. Mary's baseball on TableRockSports.net.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win.
Yes! Yes!
Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on.
Daily adventures start right here at Pinnacle 365. You'll find exactly what you need for your morning motivation. Later in the day, add some crunch to your lunch with crispy, crunchy chicken's mouth-watering chicken and chicken tenders. Wherever your next adventure takes you, we're here to keep you energized throughout the day. And our new Peak Rewards program helps you save money on fuel so you can travel further for less. Daily adventures are better with Pinnacle 365.
Game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K. Whether it's some Monday motivation to kickstart your day, adding some crunch to your lunch, or fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore game of the night on TableRockSports.net. Bases loaded here for the Crusaders in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and no outs. It's going to bring to the plate the 6th hitter for St. Mary's, Grant Russo. Russo takes ball number 1. On the mound now for KU, it's Ryan Glidden. Russo looks at a strike. The ball gets past the catcher. Bo Aldrich going to stay at third. Russo swings at this one. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now with the bases loaded. Lawrence at first, Haynes at second, Aldrich at third. Russo, good eye there. Looked like it was close, but Blue calls it a ball. 2 balls in hell and 2 strikes. Russo with a shot gets over the first baseman's head and out to the outfield. Bo Aldrich is going to score, and the bases will stay loaded for St. Mary's. It's now 10-1. No outs here in the bottom of the third. Coming to the plate now for St. Mary's, it'll be Jake Pivaroff. Pivaroff swings at the first pitch. It'll be strike number 1. Pivaroff takes ball 1, low and inside, 1-1. Pivaroff takes ball 2, low and away, 2 balls and a strike now. .45. Pivaroff looks at ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now with the bases loaded for St. Mary's here in the top or bottom half of the third. Pivaroff takes ball 4, and Eli Haynes now going to cross the plate. St. Mary's up 10, 11-1. Bases still loaded with no outs. Foul ball for Luke Hamilton. First pitch swinging. Hamilton looks at ball 1, now 1-1. Pivaroff looks at ball 2. Goes over the catcher's head and off the backstop. Nobody advances. Bases still loaded. Pivaroff swings at this one, goes to the pitcher, throws it to the plate, and it's going to be an error. The catcher not quite expecting the throw. And Ian Lawrence is going to score. It's now 12-1. St. Mary's here in the bottom of the third. It's been a long 3 innings. We're just about an hour and a half into this ball game. And we still have at least an inning and a half to go. If St. Mary's can hold on to the lead, I believe it's 10 runs after 5. First pitch to John Healy, swinging strike 1. Healy looks at ball 1, so 1-1 now. Healy looks at ball 2. Healy fouls this one back and out of play. First strike 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes to John Healy with the bases loaded and no outs here in the bottom half of the third inning. Healy goes down swinging, and that's the first out of the inning. Up to bat now for St. Mary's. It's going to be the leadoff hitter, Alan Gomez. First pitch is in the dirt. Good stop by the Klamath Union catcher. This one is a ball as well. Catcher can't get it into the glove. Goes back towards the backstop. For ball number 2, runners stay put. Still bases loaded for St. Mary's here. Gomez takes strike 1, 2 balls and 1 strike. It's going to be ball 3 now to Gomez. Gomez looks at that one for ball 4. And another run will cross the plate for St. Mary's. Grant Russo, the one to cross there, and it's now a 12-run St. Mary's lead. Up to the plate now for the Crusaders. The pitcher, number 22, Travis Johnson. Johnson has himself 6 Ks through 3 innings, doing a good job on the mound for this St. Mary's baseball team. Johnson looks at that one low, called for a strike, 1-1. This one gets by the catcher. Runners stay put. 2-1 now to Johnson. Johnson swinging on this one, gets a piece of it foul. Down the third baseline, 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Travis Johnson. Bases loaded and 1 out. Off-speed pitch, high for ball 3. And Johnson goes down swinging. Out number 2 of the inning. Bo Aldrich takes strike 1. Aldrich with a home run and a 2-run RBI single already in this ball game. He looks at that one for ball 1, count now 1-1. Aldrich swinging at this one. Gets by the catcher. No runners advance. One ball, 2 strikes to Bo Aldrich. He waits on the hanging off-speed pitch there. Good job by Aldrich to wait on that one. Goes foul down the left field line. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bo Aldrich. Bo Aldrich looks at ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bases still loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third. Aldrich looks at ball 3. Runners just staying put. No need to advance anybody or risk any kind of out here. With a 12-run lead, you're comfortable just leaving your runners where they are. Bo Aldrich with a low chopper ground ball to the pitcher. And he will be retired for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Crusaders are able to put up 4 more runs. We head to the top half of the 4th. It's St. Mary's 13, Klamath Union 1. You're listening to Crusaders Baseball on TableRockSports.net.
Even a few days to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
It's Ram Truck Month going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s or test drive a new 2022 Ram 1500 Crew Cab 4x4. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. During Ram Truck Month, you'll save big on every new vehicle in stock only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. New pitcher on the mound for St. Mary's. No need to work Travis Johnson anymore. Through 3 innings, he gave up 1 run, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. A good day on the mound for Travis Johnson. And now on the mound for the Crusaders, it'll be Grant Russo closing out the game. Folks, make sure a visit to Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill on the banks of the Rogue River is included on your next trip to Grants Pass. First-class food and service awaits you. The gem of the Thomason Hospitality Group, Tap Rock. And today's game is brought to you by our regional sponsors, including Sherm's Thunderbird, Food for Less, John L. Scott Real Estate, Travel Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Great partners in keeping high school athletics streaming for you. At the plate now for KU, it's the cleanup hitter, Jackson Merhoff. Merhoff looks at ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Merhoff swinging away. A good shot to center field. But there to make the grab is Eli Haynes for out number 1. Runner on first for KU. Jackson Joyner up to the plate for the Pelicans. The 6-hole hitter, Chase Kinched. Kinch looks at ball 2. 2 balls now and 1 strike. The throw over to first almost gets Jackson Joyner. He gets back, though, just in time. Good pickoff move there from Grant Russo. Russo with the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Now 2-2. Russo high in the strike zone there for ball 3. Now a full count to Kench. The throw over to first, not in time. And ball 4. And KU has runners on first and second. Up at the plate now for KU, Carson Joyner. Joyner looks at ball 1 with runners on first and second. Strike number 1 to Carson Joyner. 2 balls and a strike. Joyner with a high pop fly. Johnson over at short. Gets out there to make the grab. And 2 away here in the top of the 4th. First pitch is a strike to the 3-hitter, Noah Daly. Second pitch, a strike as well to Daly. And now 0-2. A good stop there from Ian Lawrence. Having a good day behind the plate. Travis Johnson made it pretty easy on him. So now 2-2 to Noah Daly. Or excuse me. Glidden at the plate now for KU. And Glidden will take strike 3. And that'll do it for the top half of the 4th inning. We head to the bottom of the 4th. St. Mary's with a 12-run lead. You're listening to Crusaders Baseball on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. Leading off the bottom half of the fourth inning for St. Mary's, it'll be Eli Haynes. What's up? New pitcher on the mound for Klamath Union. It's Julie Hernandez. Fourth KU pitcher of the afternoon. St. Mary's is giving these Pelican pitchers all they can handle. Through the first 3.5 innings. Folks, today's game is brought to you by Schlesinger, DeVilleneuve, and attorneys with practices throughout Southern Oregon and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign promoting respectful and civil behavior at youth sporting events. Eli Haynes now leading things off for St. Mary's. First pitch swinging. And it's fouled out of play back behind the backstop. A 1-1 to Eli Haynes. Hernandez with the pitch. It's high for ball 2. Haynes takes ball 3 inside. ball 4 outside to Eli Haynes. And he'll be on first base to lead off the inning for St. Mary's. Now at the plate for St. Mary's is Ian Lawrence. Lawrence looks at strike 1. Lawrence 1-1. Eli Haynes on first. Lawrence looks at ball 2 high. Lawrence swings at strike number 2. Ball 3 high. And Lawrence will take ball 4. Excuse me, I didn't realize that's Dominic Savage, freshman at the plate for St. Mary's. He replaced Lawrence in the lineup, and he'll be on first base. Eli Haynes on second. Now at the plate for St. Mary's, it's Sean Ozelick. Fouls that one off back behind the plate. 1-1 now to Ozelick. So it gets a piece of that one, fouls it off into the backstop. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners on first and second for the Crusaders. And Ozelick goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. Still runners on first and second for St. Mary's. At the plate now is Sam Shunk. No balls and a strike to Shunk. Now 0-2. Shunt goes down swinging on the good off-speed pitch from Hernandez. 2 away now, with runners on first and second. It'll bring to the plate number 1, Luke Hamilton. Hamilton with a shot just past the third baseman. And the bases will be loaded for St. Mary's with 2 away in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Ball 1 high. At the plate now for St. Mary's, John Healy. Count is 1-1. Did they just say he went? One and 2 now to Healy. The off-speed pitch. Low and inside. 2-2 now to John Healy. Healy takes ball 3, and it's now a full count with the bases loaded for John Healy, the 9-hitter for St. Mary's. And Healy swings at this one, gets away from the catcher. He'll step on home, and that'll do it for the bottom half of the 4th. We head to the 5th. St. Mary's 13, Klamath Union 1. You're listening to Crusaders Baseball on TableRockSports.net.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play. But not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore game of the night on TableRockSports.net. Top of the 5th inning. 3 outs away for St. Mary's from putting this one away. They have a 12-run lead. First pitch swinging is going to be a base hit for Brandon Jones. First pitch in there for a strike to Braden Dawson. And strike number 2 to Dawson. The count 0-2 now. A runner on first. KU needs 3 runs to stay alive. And there's out number 1. First pitch, swinging strike to Yuli Hernandez. The second one, Hernandez gets a hold of. It's a line drive over the shortstop's head and will fall for a base hit single. Now runners at first and second for the Pelicans. And a high fly ball here will be caught by the left fielder, I believe. Out there is John Healy. Healy gets the second out of the inning, and now St. Mary's 1 out away from putting this one away. And coming to the plate will be Jackson Merhoff for Klamath Union. And Merhoff gets hit in the back, and the bases will be loaded for KU with 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th inning. They need 3 runs to stay alive. First pitch outside, ball 1 to Owen Welch. Excuse me, Jackson Joyner. Joyner swings at this one, ground ball to the third baseman. The throw over to first is in time, and that'll do it. St. Mary's is going to defeat the Klamath Union Pelicans by a final score of 13-1. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Crusaders baseball on TableRockSports.net.
See it on national TV all the time. They tell us that funerals can average between $7,000 and $10,000. At Conger Morris, a full-service funeral, including a wooden casket, is only $4,900. We can keep our prices lower because we're local. In fact, we're the only locally owned, family-run, full-service funeral and cremation provider in the Valley. Call us today to schedule an appointment for personalized assistance with our caring staff. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
The Start Something New sales event is going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great selection of new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back 3-peat Truck of the Year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. Get a Start Something New deal on every new vehicle in stock, only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
We welcome you back to the Lithia Superstore game of the night on TableRockSports.net, where St. Mary's has defeated the visiting Klamath Union Pelicans by a final score of 13-1 in 5 innings. It was Bo Aldrich getting the momentum going for St. Mary's at the plate with a home run in the first inning, got St. Mary's on the board. His second at bat, a 2-run RBI. He had 3 RBIs on the evening, and Travis Johnson, dealing and wheeling on the mound, had himself 6 strikeouts in 3 innings of work, and St. Mary's with the team effort at the plate behind Bo Aldrich, they get it done in 5, 13-1. We'd like to thank you for watching today's broadcast. We'd like to thank St. Mary's High School Athletic Director Jamie Young for hosting the Lithia Superstore game of the night on TableRockSports.net. And today's broadcast, special thanks to head coaches Michael Overstreet for Klamath Falls and Josh Aldrich for St. Mary's. Our next Table Rock Sports production will be, well, we got games tomorrow here on Table Rock Sports. I know I'm doing South Medford baseball. They are taking on, let's see here, Willamette in the Crater tournament going on over at Crater High School. Again, the final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard, St. Mary's 13, Klamath Union 1 in 5 innings. Again, this has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. With Taylor Franklin and Alexander Brett, I'm Joseph Brett saying thanks for watching and good night from St. Mary's High School in Medford, Oregon.